If your brain won't shut up, it's not because you're too smart. It's not because you're broken. It's not because you're weak. Your nervous system is stuck in alert mode, and your mind is talking because it thinks it's protecting you. That's the truth. Your brain is not trying to ruin your life. It's trying to reduce uncertainty, so it runs scenarios. It replays conversations. It predicts disasters. It reviews decisions. It keeps whispering, "Don't forget this. Don't mess this up. Stay ready." And if you've been living like this for months or years, you start thinking, is this just who I am? Am I doomed to be loud inside forever? No. A loud mind is not a personality. It's a signal, and signals can be understood. Today I'll show you why your mind won't shut up. The three main causes behind the noise, the loop that keeps it going, and a simple system to quiet it without fighting yourself. If your mind is loud every day, comment ME, because you're not alone. And you're not crazy. You're just overloaded. Part 1, the truth about a loud mind. Let's define what's happening. A loud mind is not thinking a lot. A loud mind is scanning. Scanning for threat. Scanning for mistakes. Scanning for rejection. Scanning for what's unfinished. It's the mental version of walking into a room and constantly checking the exits. And the reason it feels exhausting is because it never ends. You can be sitting on a couch doing nothing, and your mind is still running. Because your mind isn't reacting to your environment. It's reacting to your uncertainty. Uncertainty about what people think, what you said wrong, what you should do next, what you forgot, what could go wrong, what you need to fix, what you're falling behind on. So let's say this clearly. Your brain won't shut up because it doesn't feel safe enough to be quiet. Quiet feels like danger to an anxious nervous system. Because quiet means you might miss something. Quiet means you might be unprepared. Quiet means you might get hurt. So your brain fills silence with noise. Not to punish you, to protect you, but protection can become prison. So we need to understand what's causing the noise. Story 1, I can't even enjoy peace. This is the part that scares people. You finally get time off. You finally sit down. You finally have quiet. And instead of feeling relief, your mind gets louder. You think, what's wrong with me? I finally have peace. Why can't I enjoy it? Because your brain has been in motion for so long that stillness feels suspicious. It's like a soldier coming home from war and hearing a door close. Their body flinches. Not because the door is dangerous. Because the system is trained, that's you. The good news? Trained systems can be retrained. So let's break down the three main causes of the noise. Part 2, why your brain won't shut up. The three causes. Cause Hasson, open loops. The first cause is open loops. Open loops are unfinished things your brain refuses to close. Unfinished tasks, unanswered messages, unmade decisions, unspoken conversations, deadlines you keep delaying. Your brain keeps these tabs open because it's afraid you'll forget. So it reminds you over and over. That's why you can be trying to relax and suddenly think, oh, I forgot to reply. Oh, I need to do that. Oh, what if I miss the deadline? Your brain is doing its job. It's trying to keep you alive in a world that punishes forgetting. But here's the problem. In modern life, there are too many open loops. Your brain wasn't designed for 30 open tabs, so it becomes noisy. And most people try to fix this with willpower. They tell themselves, stop thinking about it. That doesn't work, because your brain doesn't trust you to remember. So the fix is not to force silence. The fix is to give your brain a storage system. A system that says, I won't forget. I have a plan. When the brain sees a plan, it relaxes. That's why writing one simple next step can quiet your mind more than any motivational quote. We'll do that later. Story 2, the night list. This is why the noise gets worse at night. During the day, you're distracted. At night, everything gets quiet, and all the open loops show up. Your brain starts listing. Reply to that person. Pay that bill. Fix that problem. Remember that mistake. Plan tomorrow. Plan next week. Plan your whole life. And if you don't have a system to capture it, the brain keeps repeating it like a broken record. That's not madness. That's memory management. Cause #2, threat mode, low-level anxiety. The second cause is threat mode. Your nervous system is on guard. Even when you're not panicking, you're bracing. And when you're bracing, your mind becomes loud. Because threat mode triggers scanning. You scan for danger. Danger today looks like conflict, rejection, money, stress, deadlines, uncertainty, being judged, being behind, not being enough. So your body stays tense. You breathe shallow. Your jaw is tight. Your shoulders are high. You feel restless. And your mind fills the air with noise because it thinks noise is preparation. Overthinking is anxiety wearing a suit. It feels like responsibility. I'm just thinking things through. I'm just being careful. I'm just planning. But the emotional truth is, I'm afraid. And when your nervous system is afraid, your mind can't be quiet. So if you want your mind to shut up, you don't just work on thoughts. You work on the body because a calm body creates a quieter mind. This is why breathing works. Not as a magic cure, as a signal. Long exhale tells the body, safe. And when the body feels safe, the mind stops screaming. Story 3, the same thought every night. You ever notice it's the same thoughts? Same regret, same fear, same what if, same scenario. That's because your brain is not searching for truth. It's searching for safety. So it repeats the same scan, and you call it my personality. No, it's your nervous system pattern. Cause #3, too much input. The third cause is too much input. You never stop feeding your brain news, reels, drama, advice, notifications, podcasts, massage. You call it relaxing, but your brain is still consuming. A brain that never rests, never shuts up. Because input creates more open loops. Every new piece of information creates something to think about, something to compare, something to worry about, something you should do. So even if the input is helpful, it can still overload you. You watch advice about sleep, now you worry about sleep. You watch advice about productivity, now you feel behind. You watch advice about relationships, now you replay your relationship. Your brain becomes a crowded room, and in a crowded room, it's hard to hear silence. So the fix is not just think differently, it's consume less. Quiet is not laziness. Quiet is recovery. But most people are terrified of quiet because quiet exposes what they've been avoiding. So they keep feeding the brain, and then they wonder why it won't shut up. Part 3, the loop that keeps you loud. Now let's expose the loop. Here it is. Uncertainty, mental noise you seek, relief you consume. Check, scroll, more input, more uncertainty, louder noise. The relief is the reward. Checking your phone gives relief. Scrolling gives relief. Replaying gives relief. But relief is not recovery. Relief is a drug. And every time you take the drug, you strengthen the loop. So you don't just need calm, you need a new system. A system that closes loops, calms the body, and reduces input. That's how you quiet the mind. Part 4, the quiet mind system do this today. Here's the system. Simple, realistic. Step 1, close one loop 30 seconds. Take a piece of paper or notes app. Write the one thing your brain keeps yelling about. Just one. Then write the next tiny step. Not the full plan. The next step. Example. Reply to John. Send 1 line reply. Finish report. Open file plus write first paragraph. Workout. Put shoes by door. Money stress. Check balance tomorrow 10 a.m. The magic here is not productivity. It's trust. Your brain quiets down when it trusts you won't forget. Step 2. Nervous system reset. 10 seconds. Inhale normally. Exhale longer than you inhale. In for 2, out for 4. Do it twice. This tells your body, safe. Then do a fast grounding. 3 things you see, 2 things you feel, 1 thing you hear. That's enough to pull you back into the present. Step 3, input curfew, the big one. No scrolling 30 minutes before sleep. Not because scrolling is evil, because your brain can't digest more input at night. If you need something to do, read a few pages of a calm book, stretch, shower, listen to calm audio, but stop feeding the machine, because you don't quiet the mind by arguing with it. You quiet it by giving it structure and safety. Step 4, 1 trust signal per day. This is how you retrain self-trust, which reduces noise. 1 small promise kept, 10 minutes, 1 paragraph, 1 small task. Your brain gets quieter when it trusts your behavior. Because noise is often the brain screaming, "Don't forget, you don't follow through." So you prove you follow through. Small, daily. That's how you rebuild quiet long term. Story 4. What it feels like when it works. When people do this for a week, they say, "My mind still thinks, but it doesn't scream. I fall asleep faster. I feel less tense. I can hear myself again." Notice, their life didn't become perfect. Their system became calmer. That's the goal. Part 5. Common mistakes. 3 mistakes that keep your mind loud. Mistake Hashon, trying to force silence. Silence is not forced. Silence is allowed. You create conditions for silence. Mistake #2. Using input as rest. Scrolling is not rest. It's stimulation. Mistake #3. Waiting for calm before doing life. Calm often comes after small action, not before. Part 6, 7-day challenge. Here's your 7-day challenge. For 7 days. 1. Close one loop daily. Write it plus next step. 2. 1-0. Second long exhale reset when noise spikes. 3-3-0 minute input curfew at night. Then ask yourself, is your brain still screaming or is it finally breathing? Because that's the shift. From screaming to breathing. And that's enough to change your life. Your brain won't shut up because it thinks silence is unsafe. So don't fight it. Train it. Close one loop. Calm the body. Reduce input. That's how you get your mind back. If you want the next video, how to stop night spirals, comment next. And if this hits you hard, send it to the friend who looks calm on the outside and is loud inside all night.